The Junior World Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas.
Fastest time we've seen this year.
Insane. Aloha everyone, howdy, welcome to today's video. The Junior World Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas, Mauna Loa erupting in Hawaii. I'm here in Oregon with a life update. If you're new to this channel, welcome, my name is Icelyn. So for today's video, I wanted to do a little more communicating. I've been doing a lot of creating and sharing with you guys, but I feel like I haven't updated you guys with a little bit of things, and there has been a lot going on. Like this last week was one of the busiest weeks I felt like we had all year in ways. Just a big week. The kids were sick. Lucas's sickness turned to an ear infection. I could tell I was battling it. And then just a lot has happened this last year, and it's December. We're wrapping up the end of the year. So I just thought this would be a great time to just do a little bit of some chit chat and sharing. Oh, there's so much. I don't know where to start. I know I want to start with the rodeo in Vegas though. So last year when we were living in Hawaii, I was able to go. I went by myself. I have a rodeo to attend.
But we're given a chance with each
It's been 2 decades since I've been here. Bless their hearts for knowing.
Rodeo. 20.980 in round 1. That was a good start. I like this horse.
Go Adrian, go, go, Adrian, go. Yeah. This year we wanted to go as a family. I had even transferred money to go and we're planning on it, but we didn't go, and it's a good thing because everyone was sick and that probably would have canceled plans if that's how that had all gone down. So also what I thought was interesting is kind of around the same time last year when I was going to Vegas, Hawaii was having a really big storm. If you were watching then you probably remember that. And then so this year, Mauna Loa was erupting. Just as today as I'm filming this, it has stopped erupting. And same with Kilauea. I just love all that stuff. I find it so interesting. And then back to wrap it around to the rodeo. So my oldest daughter, Adrian, she was competing again this year. I don't honestly know all the events. I know some of them. I wish I knew her schedule better so I could watch at least better. And then while I was trying to watch this year, it was really hard to watch it live doing homeschool and the kids being sick. And then the one day on her big short go performance, we were driving to the bank. We had some stuff to sign from when we were living in Hawaii, and I was just watching it. I was so bumpy. Wild, because I even felt so many emotions for her.
She's the Junior World Finals Reserve Champion pole bender.
And she just did incredible down there. So she has an incredible horse. I feel extremely lucky that they are filming it and playing it live. So I was able to watch it through the Cowboy app. That's how I was watching it. They do the live stream of the arena feed.
14-5-3. Junior World Finals. This is her senior season. Reserve champ of the pole bender in 2020. Let's go, Adrian Steffen, 17-year-old senior, Sisters Oregon. She's coming in hot. 4-time qualifier, barrel racing, breakaway, and pole bending. 3-event cowgirl, a little bit of a bump and we're good. Is our winner from round number 1, Adrian Steffen, Sisters Oregon. She's been here 4 times. Past reserve champ of the pole bending. 14-5-33.
Wow.
The fastest time we've seen this year.
Insane.
boom, we're bringing the noise.
photos yet this year, but I think I did get some from last year, so if I did, I'll be sure and share them with you. I'm speechless. Like, I'm so proud of her wearing my hat that I got to go to the rodeo last year. And then so I want to touch back on with us planning this trip this year. Why we ended up not going was because when I was searching, Universal Mario World is going to be opening, and I think Lucas would really like to go to that. He's going to be 7. He's really into Mario stuff, so I just thought we can't like make back-to-back trips down there, so we probably should just hold off. We were talking like staying in Vegas for a few days, going and watching the night show, because again, I didn't know when all she would be performing. And then the more I thought about it, I was just kind of like, I don't want to put any weird pressure on her, and we are a big crew. She just needs to be down there doing her thing that she's doing. Although I think she would love the support from her family, it just didn't work this year. So hopefully in the future, we'll maybe get to see her ride again. Who knows? Hopefully Lucas gets better from his sickness. His ear still is plugged. I hope it clears up, but if not, we might have to take him to get some more medication. What I also kind of wanted to talk about was I thought was pretty wild, was that if we had moved to Big Island, we would have been there and Mauna Loa would have been erupting, and then it snowed on Mauna Kea, and I missed fire and ice in Hawaii. That would have been really neat for, I don't know, I feel like I was supposed to be there and I shouldn't be here, but that is what it is. I was sharing some updates on Instagram about the rodeo stuff and the eruption, so if you wanted to go see any more, definitely check that out. Next, Lucas had his dance performance, his first one like ever performing in front of anyone on stage. Lukey, what are you doing today? Dance time with your class?
Yeah.
Let's do it! He practiced so much beforehand, he knew his routine. I could not believe it. So there's a good chance you've probably already seen his video performance, but what I wanted to also share was to just from the start, when he got up to go perform, you know, got to get on stage, he walked out on stage, as you see, like. Awesome. Found his spot. A little bit later, the teacher does kind of move the whole class a little bit more forward, but the whole rest of the class kind of just stood there. They're so proud and smiling, and I was just like, wow, blown away at how brave he was. And then he stood there and he waited. It felt like forever until he performed, and I was like, please don't let him chicken out. And he didn't. He did it like flawlessly. one girl, it was funny afterward, he said she did it 6 times and not 4 times, and he knew he was supposed to do it 4 times. So by the time he was done and going to the next step, she was kind of going into her 5, 6 step, and it like threw him off and it made him pause, but then he like caught back up. I was just blown away. And then he was the only one in this class that took a bow at the end, and I didn't know that the teacher told him to do that, but he remembered that and he didn't tell me that, and I was just like, oh, my heart, my little guy. So cool. Alright, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about was we still have been like house hunting, and it does seem like Oregon is where we want to land. And there was a day we went and we looked at a house, and the Christmas trees were just starting to be like cut, and the helicopters were like moving them and loading the trucks. We saw some of the first Christmas tree trucks. I took a little clip that one day going to see a house. I thought I would throw it in one of our like Christmas tree videos, and I didn't, so I'm gonna add that here. What I think is really neat is in the winter time growing up, my dad used to haul Christmas trees down to California. We'd take turns getting to ride in the truck with him, go for the weekend. And then he also worked on the weekends at a Christmas tree lot, and we got to go to that and do that. So it was just really neat. Like, I don't know, I just Christmas tree stuff, it's kind of cool. Now that we've had one in the house though, like I'm so over it. I'm ready for it to be gone. Like I don't ever want to do a Christmas tree again. It just kind of takes up room, it's messy. Remember to water it, they're kind of neat. I don't know, this one just doesn't smell like the way I remember them smelling, but that could be just because of the type we got. I wanted to kind of wrap around with though, with also moving to Big Island, was this summer we really wanted to go back there and still move there, or maybe rent there and not buy a house and just try it instead of make it such a permanent choice for a while. But the seismic activity had kicked up, and lava insurance there is pretty crazy. So those were kind of some things that factored into all of that and our thought process that were more of not the yay, we're moving to Hawaii aspect part of things. It's crazy, sure enough, it erupted this year. And then lastly, I feel like to touch on with the moving here stuff, or at least being here for now, I think Micah and I really found that there was a lot of firsts that Lucas and Sindel were able to kind of enjoy here. Since we have been in Hawaii the last 3 years, it's been a lot of fun to see them just get to do new things and learn new things. So that has been a treat with being here in Oregon, as much as I don't care for the cold and I really miss Hawaii and wish I was still there in ways. So that's a bit of the life update that I wanted to give you guys and share a little bit of what my kids have been up to and how proud I am of them. So that's it for today's video. Those are the things I wanted to share. Thanks so much for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed getting caught up with me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!